just arrived to Tulum, Mexico, and I am absolutely beat. It has been, man, I've been up since 3 this morning. I was up at 3 yesterday as well. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy, but we just got here and we are now checking in. I'm here with the one and only Marissa. Turn around, say hello.
Hi.
So anyway, we're gonna spend few days down here, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Ben I Productions.
Hey, so you know, just walking by, seeing a spiny-tail iguana right here. Freaking awesome. I don't know if you'd let me touch him. I might try it. It's not gonna happen to that. Pretty cool. Good morning from Cancun. No, Tulum. Same difference, kind of. Maybe not. This is my view. That pool actually has dolphins in it, and probably can't see because of the lighting, but over those trees it's actually the ocean, so pretty cool. Really nice hotel that we're staying in. We're just kind of doing all the touristy stuff. We went and saw the ruins yesterday, which was a lot of fun, and today and tomorrow we fly out on Tuesday, so next couple days we're just going to do absolutely nothing and hang out by the pool. The only frustration has been that I have gotten some type of stomach something because I've had stomach cramps ever since I got down here, and I have not been able to eat as much as I would like, and today I'm pretty much sticking to bread and hamburgers in Mexico. So anyway, just gonna have some fun today and some relaxation, which Marissa and I both need, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. What's up, YouTube? Still down here in Mexico. I'm actually sitting in the hotel room right now. You might hear Billie Jean playing in the background. We're not too far from the pools or the ocean. But what I wanted to do is, obviously this trip I kind of wanted to film, you know, anytime we take a vacation, even if it's in Florida, because we go to vacation a lot, because that's where my family's from. I film that, and you know, to be perfectly honest, my life's pretty busy as it is. You know, I work full time, and then I have a side job I do part time. Then I have the podcast that I do twice a month, and then I also have the YouTube channel that I do every week. I try to put something out every week. And then I still have my own collection that I'm working with. So, you know, I stay pretty busy. So whenever we go on vacation, we really don't like to do a whole lot because our lives are so busy normally. But I have talked in previous videos, as well as on some of the old Corrales radio shows that have come out, that we did bring on a couple new sponsors this year for 2019, one of which is Eco Publishing. They make a lot of the books out there that you guys are pretty familiar with, and I own a few of those books, so I kind of wanted to give them their own personal plug while I'm down here in Mexico, because obviously I couldn't bring reptiles and I needed to have some reading material while I'm sitting on the beach doing nothing, and the plane, so I decided to cover some of their books, because that's what I've used to pass the time a lot of times. So I did also want to say one thing before I jump into that is I really apologize. My opinion, the content over the last month or so has not been the best, and I'll be the first to admit that, and that's because of a few things. First off, just been really busy in the career I work in. We get really busy around Christmas time, so I just haven't had a lot of time. Second thing is I parted ways with Mikkel. Mikkel gave me a lot of insight and a lot of instruction, but we're still on good terms, but our schedules just couldn't sync up. He was working quite a bit with his job, and he's local to me, and I am going to be probably relocating in a few years out of state, so this was always just kind of a temporary thing with him, and I made that pretty known to him from the get-go, because I wanted to learn how to do this myself. And there's a definite learning curve, but I'm basically doing all the filming and all the editing myself. So Mikkel's no longer involved, even though you see him in the credits. That's because he does still give me, does still do some consulting here and there with me and help me whenever I run into a problem. He is no longer involved with Corrales Radio or Godbold Exotics YouTube channel. So just wanted to put that out there, and as I go forth and as I learn more, the content will get a little bit better. We've had terrible weather. I've wanted to do an update on my Brazilian rainbow project, and I haven't been able to take any of those animals out. I've been changing a lot of my caging around, so basically my room's been in complete disarray. So there's just been a few different reasons why I have not been able to do anything. And I like to film outside, but since we've had a lot of rain and it's been pretty cold in Sacramento, that I just haven't had a chance to do that. Hopefully that'll change here soon. But let me go ahead and get into the bulk of this video, at least the part that relates to our sponsorships. So the first book I bought from Eco Publishing was actually the More Complete Chondro. That book, I read it so much that I tore the pages out off the cover just from flipping the pages so much. I ended up throwing the book away because it became it was torn up so bad from just using it and taking it with me everywhere. Now I know that book has been a little, it's been outdated for a little while. I mean, there's some other green tree python keeping standards have kind of been reevaluated and whatnot. But I still think it's a great book. It's got awesome pictures in it, and there's a lot of really good information in it. If you go to the front of the book, and it talks about the different locales of green tree pythons and how they come into the U.S. or how they leave, West Papua or Papua New Guinea, or the even some of the locales that are the PNG locale in northern Australia. That stuff's really interesting, and I still think that stuff is applicable to today. But I have two books still from these guys, and one that I really like is this is the Complete Carpet Python. It's got a lot of it's not a big book, so it's easy to put into a backpack, but it's a really easy read, and they're all kind of set up the same. They go through the species, the different species and subspecies of Spilota or Spilotes, and they talk about those different species and subspecies based off of their geographic range, and it kind of gives you a breakdown, an itemized breakdown with lots of pictures of both captive animals and wild types. And then you get into the middle of the book, and then it goes through and talks a lot about keeping and how you keep them and how you breed them and what they actually need to thrive in captivity. And it's really, really interesting. And then you get to the morph part where it breaks down the morphs and the mode of inheritance for each morph. Really, really great book. I think it's awesome. I don't keep any carpet pythons except for Papuan carpet pythons, or the Irianjaya, as they're more commonly known in the hobby. Those are the only ones I keep, but I still love this book. It's still fun to read. Two of my favorite species of python are the Morelia bredli and Morelia spiloti, which is the diamond python and the Brettles python. So I just think it's a great book to have. It's you know, I think the information in here is very accurate, and I can't say enough great things about it. My mind has been on, I don't know if I said spilotes or if I said spilota. I meant spilota. My mind has been on spilotes since I've been down here in southern Mexico. But the Complete Children's Python, great book. I love Antaresia. I have some wheat belt locality Stimsoni, which are the western species of Stimson's python. I think these guys are awesome. It's a really cool genus to work with. A lot of fun. They're easy to keep. They stay really small. And I would love to own Prothensis at some point in the future. But really cool book. Again, it's the same format as the other book, and they're really easy reads, and it's really informative, and it has a ton of pictures. So if you're into keeping reptiles, I would encourage you to try to find books on the species that you're working with, because knowledge is key, and it's good for you to learn about these animals and their native habitat. I know not everyone's in the position to go visit these native ranges for everything they work with, but you can at least read about it and educate yourself on what the animals experiences in the wild and how to replicate that to the best of your ability in captivity to make these animals thrive for you. So cruise over to their website. I'll put it in the description, and check out what they have. I mean, they've got, just last time I was on there, they had like 20 something books listed on their homepage. So there's a ton of different things that you can get into. There's a lot of stuff, and it's not just snakes. They have stuff for turtles and lizards and anything that you would be interested in, really. So that's kind of my plug for them. The rest of the video will be mostly just, you know, kind of stuff that we're doing day to day here in Mexico. And we're in Tulum, which is, you know, in the Yucatan Peninsula. And we're just doing some touristy stuff. It's the first time in 3 years I've gotten away with Marissa, just me and her without kids. So it's definitely a much needed vacation for the two of us. And that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoy the show. All right. Hey guys, so thanks for watching. This was just a fun little episode, and hopefully you enjoyed it, got something out of it. By the very least, that you enjoyed seeing the footage of the resort down here, and if you've thought of picking up some fun books to read, my intent was to give you some options for that. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment below, like, and let me know your thoughts. If there's some things you'd like me to cover that I haven't covered yet, or you want an update, make sure you let me know. You can email me at godboldexotics@gmail.com. And until next time, you've been watching Godbold Exotics.